What up, rap leaders? Welcome back to my channel. We are back at Kingston. This is Kingston Seawall here in Georgetown, Guyana. It's windy. It's a Thursday afternoon, evening, after 6 p.m. I'm back in this neck of the woods because I wanted to see what has happened since the last time we were here. I'm also here because I want to test this new microphone, this noise cancelling microphone. People have been complaining about the sound of the microphone, that is the sound of wind noise. And I actually started using this microphone in the last set of videos I made it to Mary, but it seems as if it did not work well initially. So here we are, guys, back in Kingston. We're starting at the other end. This is the Marriott end of the Promenade. Just wanted to show you what has happened here at the east end, and then we'll head back west to where we were. So I wanted to test this microphone in the windy environment here at the seawall, because typically this area is so windy that you could hardly hear me speak due to the wind noise. And so this would be a test, a great test, because it's actually quite windy now. This is the area in front of the Marriott, right? They turned into an artificial beach. And that's the Promenade looking east. We're gonna walk along the Promenade to see some additions. Straight ahead, right, straight ahead, that is that blue light coming from the Marriott, the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center. And on this side, that's the Marriott. All right, so what they've done since the last time we've been here is they have remediated this beach area. Might be difficult to see at night, but I'm out here because I wanted to test this microphone to see how well it cancels wind noise, because it's very windy out here tonight. We're looking out towards the Atlantic Ocean. That's looking west towards the river, the Demerara River, in that direction. And this is looking out towards the Atlantic Ocean. There are a couple of ships out there on the ocean, you can see. And out here, this is the seawall. So they've actually built some sea defenses. Since the last time we were here, they actually built out this sea defense, a wall of stone. And they've resurfaced this little beach area in front of the Marriott Hotel. That's the Marriott. Right, the Marriott Hotel in the distance. And those lights, remember the last time we were looking at the hotel in Mary, I saw evidence that they were going to install these same kinds of lights along the wall, right, the perimeter wall. So that's the kind of lighting that they're going to install. Now let's head back east and take a look at what has happened here on the promenade since the last time we were here. They have completed the construction of this promenade. As you can see, they have installed a lot of picnic tables and benches on the sides, and they have now turned this beach area here into an area accessible to cars for parking. What is new since the last time we were here is they have reopened this bathroom area, the little toilet, and they've added a urinal. All right, so that's new. So they've actually made some small changes since the last time we were here. This is new in the back of this little bathroom area. They've added a couple of urinals. All right, this is in the back. They've added a couple of urinals here. There's some water tanks. And in the front, I think they've reopened this bathroom area. This is, I think, the only public bathroom that is operational, that's working in Guyana. They've added here some plant pots, as I can see, to the outside of this building. That's new. It's a little bit of beautification. They've added some steps. So the last time we were here, I don't think this was accessible. They've added some steps so you can cross over into the sandbox area. So these steps allow you to cross over into the sandbox area. And they've added some seats, some benches along the water's edge. That's looking east out towards Kitty. It's looking along the Atlantic coast. So they've actually finished this area up nicely so that you can hang out here and have some relaxing sea breeze. Last time we were here, I think this is the Pegasus suite. We tried to estimate the occupancy by looking at the number of lights in the windows. It's not a whole lot of lights, so I'm assuming that occupancy is not great, but this is the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center. I think the last time we were here, we saw they had a dining room on the ground floor. So that's a dining hall area. Doesn't seem to be fully occupied tonight, but it's a Thursday night. Underneath the building, that's the parking garage. So they have a parking area on the ground floor underneath the building. And this is the convention center. At night, Pegasus Suites Convention Center at night. And back to the promenade. It seems as if the place has become much more finished. In other words, it seems as if they're no longer working on it, no longer adding new structures, and it seems as if this is the final form of the promenade here at Kingston. In the distance, you can see the new kiosks, new concession stands. The tall one was still under construction. It seems to be completed, but I don't think it's open yet. But on a Thursday evening, a number of those stands are open for business, so you can get snacks and beverages and get some food, which makes this area of Kingston, the Kingston Promenade, a lot more accessible than it was in the past. In other words, it's a place you can hang out and spend a lot more time than you did years ago, and there was nothing besides the sand and the seawall. So that's an improvement. I think the taps are now also operational. Last time we were here, we tested these pipes for water, and they are working now, which is an improvement, because for the first year or so, I don't think you could get water out here. The trees are still lighted from Christmas, which gives an air of festivity. Straight ahead, that is the Seawall Bandstand. Seawall Bandstand is lit up, and the street lights along the walkway, that is what would have been the boardwalk, those lights are all working. which means that I guess there is some attention to maintenance. This is the Kingston Seawall Esplanade sign that is marking the start of the Esplanade. Here, that's the Seawall, Kingston Seawall Esplanade sign. And over here, there is the Guyana flag painted on a concrete monument heart in the shape of a heart. And there is the One Guyana slogan, the PPP slogan, painted on a concrete lettering on the ground. So this is what is happening here, guys. This is what is happening at Kingston on a Thursday night. The Esplanade is completed. That is, the construction of the Esplanade is completed. They also have added parking. So now they're widened the Seawall Road straight ahead, and they've added parking to the shoulder of the road so that most vehicles can find an area to park. That's the children's play area, which you've seen in the past. Not as busy as it usually is, but still operational. And over here, this is the concession area. That's it, guys. That's what's happening in this neck of the woods. Just wanted to show you another nighttime view of the Kingston Esplanade and test this noise cancelling microphone. Tell me what you think of the new Kingston Seawall Esplanade at night. We haven't gone around the front. I'll do that in another video. As you can see down here, this is the concession area with the food court. Not busy tonight because, of course, it's a weeknight. And straight ahead, that's the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing economy in the world, Guyana. Later!